So your home is going on the market. You have to stage your home. Are you going to do it yourself or are you going to hire a professional? Let's learn about staging right now. Hi, I'm Caroline Gau in the Baird and Warner Glenbrook office, and I'm very excited to introduce you to my interior designer, and she's also a home stager. She has been since 2006, and I'm pleased to introduce you to Andrea Odishoo, and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
So I wore my blue for you. She helped me pick out my living room, so she's got a lot of talent and is very fun to work with. And so I've asked her to talk to us today about home staging, because when you're putting your house up on the market, that's the first thing that sellers ask me is, what do I need to do? How much do I have to change? And I know you have a very systematic way of going about helping us. So can you tell us a little bit about your 4 C's of staging?
Yes, well, basically, staging a home to sell is stylizing and simplifying each room to maximize the marketing photographs and enhance the buyer's online experience. When I stage homes, I like to showcase a home's positive features and eliminate any distractions and any negatives. The positive features of a home are, the architectural details, the windows and the doors and floors, the fireplace, but it's also, the room size and the finishes and the materials throughout a home. The distractions are, the biggest one is too much furniture and decor. It's also too much of a seller's personal style reflected through the home. And other distractions are strong and loud wall colors and just basically visual clutter.
Got it. So when you're talking about a living room, for example, and you say too much furniture, is there a rule of thumb of how many pieces to have in the space?
Yes, there is. Sort of. I mean, obviously it varies from house to house and size and etc. But I like to use the 4 C's of staging. The first C is creating spaces. And that's where I recommend that sellers use as few pieces of furniture as possible in a room. Enough to still create a nicely balanced layout, but that's all.
Okay.
And then remove the rest. And that's the first C of staging. The second C that I like to use is clearing surfaces. And that's big, and I'm talking about kitchen countertops and islands and bathroom vanities and floors, tops of cabinets, and tops of tall pieces of furniture. And in the case of kitchen counters, once the kitchen's countertops have been fully cleared, then strategically placing maybe 1 to 3 objects on the counters, and that's it.
Right. I've noticed sometimes it's easy to just say to a seller, just take down everything, but you do have to artfully put some things back. You can't just have all blank counters. You need a few key accessories.
Exactly.
We use vignettes, right? Like trios of things to make a story, for example, so it's not just bare.
Yes, you could do that, or just one large item. If you have a KitchenAid are awesome in kitchens and typically, set in the corner of the counters. Because they're pretty and they're just like the right size to make the right amount of impact.
Okay, cool. What's your 3rd C?
3rd C is coloring.
Okay.
And I don't think that sellers should underestimate the importance of wall color. And neutral palettes are the best. In my consultations, I always include new wall color selections, and there's thousands of neutral wall colors out there. In the past, we've been doing a lot of grays, but we're seeing a little bit of a shift away from the grays, and it's going more into the whites and the off-whites.
Right. And maybe not necessarily for staging, but I see that blue is starting to make a comeback, because I chose blue in my kitchen when everyone thought that I was being crazy, but now pops of blue are kind of nice too.
Blues are wonderful. I especially like blues in bedrooms, in a master bedroom, because blue, that evokes relaxation and serenity, and that's what you want in a bedroom. Hope you sleep.
Great. And how about your fourth C? What's that?
Well, it's cleaning. And it may sound simple, but it's so important. And when we think of cleaning our houses before we list it, we think of doing the windows, the outside of the windows, the inside of the windows, and keeping the kitchens and the bathrooms sparkling clean. But there's often a lot of overlooked areas like baseboards and windowsills, inside cabinetry, particularly kitchen cabinets, and inside kitchen appliances. People tend to overlook those, and the buyers don't when they're going through the home.
So you may or may not know that as a part of my services for a seller, on the day that the listing goes live, I offer a free detailed cleaning. And I say, your home is clean, but this is a detailed clean of baseboards, ceiling fans, and things, because I want to offer my sellers, to focus on decluttering and not necessarily on cleaning. But then I know that every listing I put to market is going to look sparkling,
That's brilliant.
Q-tip clean.
That's brilliant. I love that. Cool.
So are there any other tips that you would give a seller that's just getting ready to put their house on the market?
Well, I think basically if there's a rule of thumb and a default, it would be less is more.
Okay.
I mean, let the beauty of the home and the intrinsic features of the home speak for themselves. Buyers are not buying your decor and your style. They're buying your countertops. They're buying your windows. They're buying your bathroom. So let those features speak for themselves.
Exactly, and that's what I try to tell sellers too, is that you want to take away the distractions so that they see the features that stay with the home, the beautiful mantelpiece instead of the cute baby picture on top that is so, it's great, but we want them to focus on what's being sold in the home.
Exactly.
Yeah. So thank you. How can we reach you on social media?
I'm on Instagram. It's Andrea Nicole Interiors.
And thanks for your time.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
These are the kinds of invaluable insights I share with my clients when they choose to work with me. Hire me today.